I've worked with plenty of nurses and midwives over my career, over 8 years in the financial services industry. And there's a few things they do well as a whole, but there's a few things I think they can do better. Generally speaking, nurses are really good budgeters. And when you're dealing with inconsistent income with night shifts and penalty rates and all this kind of stuff, you generally have to be pretty good at budgeting. So I generally find nurses can manage their cash flow quite well considering the inconsistencies they face on a fortnightly basis. Salary packaging is an interesting one. Most nurses and midwives are salary packaging to their potential. We know there are a lot of nurses and midwives that get caught out with HECS debt and help debts and then they've got to pay a huge tax bill at the end of the year. So that's something to be mindful of there. And nurses and midwives, there's a big factor on lifestyle. They love to travel, they love to have their coffees and brunches and things like that. And hey, after working so many night shifts, I can certainly appreciate that. So lifestyle is a huge priority for them. Where I think nurses could probably be a bit better is in terms of investing, it's something that they really struggle with. They're generally pretty good savers, but investing, whether it's to save for their first home or invest in, to build their wealth, understand their superannuation, there is a really big gap that we find because nurses, this is just not something that they're comfortable with, not something that's natural to them, and that's generally what we do when we're helping nurses is really giving them the confidence and the strategy and direction as well. That's really important to help them invest in firstly their first home, their superannuation, and any other goals that they might have as well. And also plan B. Their plan B is a big one as well. Nurses know that they are really high risk of getting injured. Nurses, I believe, are 5.5 times more likely to have a back injury than a regular occupation. So nurses may think they've got insurance cover within their super account. I can almost guarantee it's not enough. And particularly some of the definitions, nurses must have some insurance cover outside of superannuation to get the better definition. So, I enjoy working with nurses. We've helped a lot of nurses, but there's always room for more. Nurses and midwives are just so caring and passionate. And I feel honoured that Master Your Money Now is really leading the way in terms of caring for our nurses and midwives.